Sunday night. You're sitting there, dreading tomorrow. Not because anything terrible is going to happen, just because you have to go back. Back to the meetings that could have been emails. Back to the boss who doesn't value you. Back to trading the best hours of your day for a paycheck that never quite feels like enough. If that feeling is familiar, you're in the rat race. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it literally. You're running hard, working hard, doing everything you were told to do, and somehow you're not getting ahead, just keeping up. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process to get out. Not someday, not when you have enough money saved. A real, actionable roadmap that works even if you're starting from zero with a full-time job and a family to support. Because the rat race isn't a life sentence. It's just a starting point, if you know how to leave. Understand exactly what the rat race is and why it's a trap. The rat race has one defining characteristic. Your income stops the moment you do. You go to work, you get paid. You stop going to work, you stop getting paid. It doesn't matter if you make $40,000 a year or $400,000 a year. If your lifestyle depends entirely on your next paycheck, you're in the rat race. And here's what makes it a trap. As your income goes up, your expenses tend to go up with it. Bigger house, nicer car, better vacations. Lifestyle inflation is so gradual you barely notice it happening. But suddenly, you need that high salary just to maintain your life, and quitting feels impossible even if you want to. This is called the golden handcuff effect. The job pays well enough that leaving feels terrifying, but not well enough that you're actually building freedom. You're just running faster on the same wheel. The first step to getting out is recognizing this pattern clearly. Because you can't escape a trap you don't know you're in. Robert Kiyosaki wrote about this in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The idea that most people spend their entire lives working for money instead of making money work for them. The rat race isn't about income level, it's about dependency. And the exit is the same regardless of where you're starting from. Calculate your actual freedom number. Before you can escape, you need to know what escape actually costs. Most people think about quitting their job in vague terms. I need more money. I need to feel financially secure. That's not a plan. That's a wish. Your freedom number is the specific monthly passive income you need to cover your basic expenses without a paycheck. Not your current lifestyle, your baseline. Rent or mortgage, food, utilities, insurance, transportation. Add it up. Let's say that number is $4,000 a month. That's your target. Everything you build from this point forward is aimed at generating $4,000 a month from sources that don't require you to show up anywhere. Here's why this matters. $4,000 a month feels overwhelming as an abstract goal. But broken down, it becomes, what combination of passive income streams adds up to $4,000? Maybe $1,500 from dividends, $1,500 from a side business, $1,000 from a rental or digital asset. Suddenly, it's a math problem, not a dream. Write your freedom number down right now. Seriously, pause this video, open your notes app, and write it down. Because the moment you have a specific number, you have a target. And targets are infinitely more actionable than wishes. Build your first income stream while you still have a job. This is the step most people get wrong. They wait until they're miserable enough to quit, and then they try to figure out how to make money. That's backwards. The job is actually your biggest asset right now. It's funding your escape. While you have a stable paycheck coming in, you have the luxury of building something on the side without the pressure of it needing to work immediately. That changes everything. You can take longer-term bets. You can reinvest early profits. You can fail and try something different without it destroying your life. The best first income streams for someone with a full-time job are ones that are low maintenance and scalable. A few examples that work in the real world right now. Dividend investing. Set up automatic contributions to a dividend-focused index fund, or ETF. It runs itself. You just keep adding to it. Content creation. A YouTube channel, a blog, a newsletter. High upfront time investment, but once built, it generates income passively for years. Affiliate marketing. Promoting products you already use and believe in, earning a commission when someone buys through your link. No product creation, no inventory, no customer service. Digital products. A template, a guide, a course. Build it once, sell it indefinitely. Pick the one that fits your skills and your schedule and go deep on it for 6 months before you evaluate. Cut the lifestyle before you need to, not after. Here's the uncomfortable truth that nobody in this space wants to say out loud. You probably can't escape the rat race without temporarily cutting your lifestyle. Not forever, just during the building phase. Every dollar you're spending on things that don't matter is a dollar that isn't being deployed toward your freedom. And in the early stages of building passive income, capital and time are your two most valuable resources. This doesn't mean living like a monk. It means being ruthless about the difference between things that genuinely improve your life and things you're spending money on out of habit or social pressure. The average American household wastes hundreds of dollars a month on subscriptions they forgot they had, food they don't eat, and upgrades they didn't need. That money, redirected consistently into income-producing assets, compounds into something significant over time. Think of it this way. Every unnecessary expense you cut is buying you time. Time to build, time to escape, time to get to the point where money is no longer the reason you make decisions. The people who get out of the rat race fastest are not the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who redirect the highest percentage of their income toward assets. Frugality isn't a permanent personality trait. It's a temporary strategy with a very specific end goal. Set your exit date and work backwards from it. The final step is the one that makes everything else real. Pick a date, not a vague someday, an actual date, month and year when you intend to have enough passive income to walk away from your job if you choose to. Maybe it's 18 months from now, maybe it's 3 years. The timeline matters less than the fact that it exists, because a deadline creates urgency, and urgency creates action. Work backwards from that date. If your freedom number is $4,000 a month and your exit date is 24 months away, what does that require? How much do you need to invest each month? How fast does your side income need to grow? What milestones tell you you're on track at month 6, month 12, month 18? This is called reverse engineering your exit, and it transforms the rat race from something that's happening to you into something you're actively dismantling on a timeline you control. Most people never set an exit date because it makes the goal feel real, and real goals can be failed. But they can also be achieved, and the ones who achieve them are almost always the ones who wrote the date down and built a plan around it. Land it and drive the subscribe. Let's bring this together. Getting out of the rat race is not about winning the lottery, going viral, or stumbling into the right opportunity at the right time. It's a 5-step process. Understand the trap you're in. Calculate your freedom number. Build your first income stream while you still have a job. Cut the lifestyle during the building phase. And set a real exit date with a real plan behind it. None of this is easy, but all of it is doable. And the gap between where you are now and where you want to be is smaller than you think. If you start today, instead of waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. If this video gave you something useful, subscribe. I put out a new video every week on exactly this: money, wealth, and how to build a life where you're not dependent on a paycheck. And drop a comment below. What's your freedom number? I read every single one, and and I'd genuinely like to know.